Well, hello, you're here to show you that the story is a coloring right here of Jaycee Dugard along with the Earthling gift coloring right here. As you see right here is that you get the coloring right here, and then along with the pinecone charm that could represent is like you see the 10 things that make you happy, or it could be related to the fact about it's like so far with the great artwork and talents. But you have it right here. Is I drew a number of things right here, and one of those things, of course, right here on your left, right here on your left would be is like the flowers, the charm, and then along right here, and on your right is like I went ahead and drew pictures. Like you got the photo, and a lot of times that we could probably say that we could probably think about it is that with photos. That nowadays that they got Facebook and stuff, Facebook that where you can share your different photos and stuff. But right here, of course, I would have written down as so far as for treasure, for treasure, time travel, and family. And of course, right here is so talking about treasure. That you say that photos will be considered that type of treasure. And a lot of times is that you could probably think about it is that you take a picture, and a lot of times is that that you could probably think of a moment to remember, and a lot of times I guess you could say that that's basically what a camera is used for, is to take pictures to remember that certain moment. But then of course the point right here is basically is about the moments to remember, is the fact about to make it real. Of course, I did not take any of these pictures actually. I went ahead and of course it's like from reading parts of the book, is like it's over Jaycee Dugard and Still in Life, is like a memoir, is that of course that I bought the book, and then of course bought the other thing the book the other book. I think she had 3 books that were out in bookstores, and I went ahead and got the books, and then of course did the art sketches just by looking in the books and stuff, the books, and then of course whenever she was on that the news a couple of times, I would probably say that I found out about the story about Jaycee Dugard and Still Alive just by of course by the news, and then of course about reading about the news about that on of course on the internet, and I would probably say that the whole part about the news of course was about the fact that she survived. And so far with the Earthling gift is talking about is like whenever she gave birth to her 2 daughters, and then whenever she was kept in captivity for 18 years. And the way I think about it is that talking about it's like you got the necklace right here with the time chain, and along right here is you got the diamond right here, and along with planet Earth with the different variety of, it's like you get the purple and then the blue and then the green mix. But basically it's like if you were to use a flower right here, so far as talking about is that so far as in her book that she didn't talk about too much about her favorite seasons. Of course it could be winter, spring, and summer and fall, but then I would probably say that more likely that her favorite season is likely would have been about it's like springtime. It could have been springtime or something. But just draw some leaves around here, basis so far of the flower, and then I go ahead and use the red, and of course it's like go ahead and add just a little bit of red right here for the center. Let's say with spring, let's say if spring were to be her favorite season, which I remember whenever I was in the 3rd grade I learned about the different seasons. But you got the different season right there, say with spring, and then you got the bookmark right here. But I remember that whenever I was in school, that I used to think that I still think that math is more complicated, and of course you could probably say that if the moon has anything to do with math, well, I guess it does, depend on is like so far as measured about how many light years it is away from planet Earth. And you could probably say that there are a lot of questions that a lot of us may not know the answer to, so far as discovering life. Used to say it's like, so far as the Earthling gift is that we can maybe think about it is that no matter where we are and what we have is that something that could come unexpectedly, and then the fact about if we can appreciate whatever that goes on, like it could be an unexpected an unexpected kid that arrives, or it could be an unexpected job, duty call, or whatever you call it, or it could be an unexpected event or something. But then on the other hand, a lot of people probably say that cousin comes into town unexpectedly, or you should say is something certain that happens. So far with treasure item and time travel, a lot of us will probably say that there's no such thing as time travel. But of course, to be honest with you, is that so far with how I think time travel is whenever I look at photos. A lot of times, whenever I look at photos, a lot of times it reminds me a lot of time travel. And a lot of people will probably say that time travel is about being there. Well, you were there at one time, and can you go back and correct it? No, more likely not. And if you could, then more likely that I don't think you could be able to change too much from the past. But basically, if we were to talk about changing anything, then more likely it would probably be is that if you could travel through time, if it's anything, maybe to get to talk to that someone that you love or something. But so far as that you say is that before anything like that were to become, say, as reality, so far as before Facebook was around, before computers were around, if we all can maybe do our research that to know about what year the very first PC, the very first PC computer that came out, more likely I would probably say would have been probably about 1968, something like that. Of course, they weren't that small. I heard that they were pretty good size to take up a whole classroom, what you say. But so far as with the supercomputers and stuff, but you have it to where it's like then you got family right here. But if we all think about a lot of the things is that so far as the Earthling gift is to think about is like our talents. Is that with my talents, of course, with the greeting card is you got the happy card right there, and of course I remember that's one thing that Jaycee Dugard mentioned in her book is talking about is making greeting cards. You say is making greeting cards, and of course that one of those things I guess you say is that for greeting cards it could be is like is of course happy. And a lot of people probably say, happy. Well, happy is happy, but then, of course, on the other hand, the happy, could also mean, joy. Joy is like this so far as, the excitement marks, say, so far as the quotation, say, marks. But you get the pinecone charm right here, and then along with that, the Earthling gift. But with the bookmark right here is talking about with the reading glasses, and then along with the magnifying glass, knows about the different shapes and different studies. But so far as for Treasure Island, is it for Treasure Island is to talk about the different pictures. You got the mother Terry, and then along with the sister Shayna, and then right there for the photo. And of course is that with the amount of pictures that you say that you got is to keep them for your memories. But so far Jaycee Dugard, and along with the Stone Life, and along with the Earthling gift is to think about is the things that you do have. And so far as is for our favorite subjects, we can also remember is that one of our favorite subjects, of course, could be is that the fact about is that one of the subjects could be is the fact is the gift that gift that gives you that a certain intelligent talent for what you can do.